Audio Addiction, we have standards with us, and they can say their names. What do they do in the band?
I'm Marcos. I play guitar, rhythm, and lead.
Nice. I'm Jacob. I play drums.
Awesome, guys. So my first question is, how did you start out Standards? How did you guys meet?
So actually, Jacob just finished up his master's at CalArts, which is in Valencia, California. It's near Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Okay.
So I had just started my BFA, like my undergrad, and my very first class there was a class about touring music. It was like a short 2-week thing, and he was also in that class, and he was like telling the whole class how he went on tour like on a solo drum project. And I was like, oh, this guy's really cool. I'm gonna talk to this guy. So then I just talked to him, and he was like really cool, but we never played together, probably because he was like insanely busy, like his last semester being a master's student. And then I started writing like math stuff, and then I was like, who's down to like try some drums over this? And he was down. I just kind of went from there.
Yeah, I wasn't sure at first because I was like, oh man, because I was in I was in a math rock band in high school, and I was into like, super progressive music kind of stuff. But I kind of went away from that. I was playing a lot of different other kinds of things, jazz, hip hop kind of stuff. And so when he hit me up, I was like, oh man, do I really want to do this again? Do I really want to go back into this whole math rock, the math rock pit, get into the pit? But it's been really cool. Like, I mean, like I feel like more than when I was in high school, the math rock world, or whatever you want to call it, is like so much deeper, and like especially because of internet stuff. So like Facebook and all Instagram and everything, like it's pretty crazy, like the amount of great work that people are putting out and the amount to which you can actually like get your music out there. So it's pretty cool.
Which is also ironic because that's how I found out about you guys, through the internet. It was actually, I was just scrolling through, I guess it wasn't even like Chan Homies, because I'm on there too, but I was just like looking around for stuff, and then somehow, like from the heavens, I saw a video about you guys doing that like Nintendo like shit, and I was just like, let me check this out, because like I'm a Nintendo fanboy, so I love that shit. So I was like, let me see what they did with it, and like let me hear it. And I was just like, this is insane, like I need to hit them up, see what's going on. So I totally agree with this statement of like the internet, and just I also feel like math rock in general has become like pretty big. Like you got Polyphia, Intervals, Sean, ironically, and like a ton of other Covet. Like there's a billion other bands that I can just name off the top of my head that just have been killing it, kind of bringing out that whole like instrumental scene.
Yeah, and non-instrumental bands too, which is a huge thing. Like Palm, for example. I mean, Palm.
Have you heard of Palm?
I've heard of them. Yeah, I haven't checked out their stuff yet, but now that you guys recommended them to me, I'm gonna have to go give them a listen.
We saw them. We both went to their show in the Echo. Dude, it was literally like future music. Like it was like I'd seen the future. They're from like the year 2050 or something. It was crazy.
Yeah, they're my favorite band right now. They're like it's like all these, like you wouldn't even call it math rock because it's so futuristic that like all of these odd time signatures are made to feel like they're just super organic, and there's like two vocalists over it, and they're using all these electronics too, so it's
MIDI
really
guitars. It's really just inspiring.
Yeah, it's really special, and like I feel like that's probably, we want to go somewhat in a direction kind of like that in the future.
Definitely.
That's so cool. And two vocalists is something that like I don't hear too often, I guess more specifically in the math rock scene. So I'm down to check them out. They sound sick. But my next question, guys, to follow up kind of what we were talking about earlier, what are some favorite venues you guys like to play at or go see shows at?
My favorite venue to play shows at in LA, I guess I have two favorites. My first favorite is the Blue Whale. It's a really great jazz club. Many great artists from around the world come to play there. And I've had the fortune of being able to play there a few times. I just played there last Monday. It was really cool. It's like an amazing room for being able to hear music. It just sounds really good in there, and there's always a really supportive crowd there, and they're always really stoked to hear original music. And the other place, which is kind of like on the total other end of the spectrum, is this new venue in LA called Rec Center that I actually helped name. So it was just like a random warehouse spot that my friend Evan rented out. And then he was like, yeah, we used to do shows here, but like, I don't know if we're going to really do anything else. And I was like, can I just do my album release here? So I did like my solo project Battery. I did an album release there. It was amazing, and I was like, dude, we need to make this into a thing. And he was like, okay, sure. And so we're like, okay, Rec Center, let's do it. Facebook page, let's go. And so then he made it, and now he just runs the whole space. I don't run the space at all.
Rec Center's
Yeah, and they're like booked all the time. They do most of their biggest thing right now is like doing like crazy techno like warehouse parties because it's kind of the vibe. It's like downtown LA kind of fashion district. So like it's just amazing seeing like where that's taken off. But it's always been, for me, it's always been a place where if there's ever a band coming through and touring, we're like, hell yeah, like let's support you. Let's do a show here. So it's really cool. It's really open. You can do whatever you want there.
Awesome, Marcos.
Do you know Sloth and Turtle, that band? Have you heard of this?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, they came through LA and we did a show at Rec Center, and it was just like super cool. It was just like, it was a Monday night. We were like, oh, whatever, but like people came, and it was really cool to see like a scene of people that were just there to like, you know, it was just really cool. But yeah, I definitely have to second the Rec Center thing. Like every time I played there, it's just been really fun, even if there's like only 8 people or whatever. It's just a really cool vibe, and like it's very DIY, but it's not like shitty. It's very cool, and it's very well run. They have like a lot of really good space, so it's just good to have like that connection, I guess. As far as like going to venues, I definitely want to go to the Blue Whale. I'm gonna go when I turn 21. So,
Baby.
I'm very small. I think like my favorite venue. I think probably my favorite venue is called the Observatory in Santa Ana. I used to go there more. It's just south of where we are in LA, but everyone comes through there. The shows are insanely cheap. They have 2 stages, so you get to see like small bands, big bands playing in the same night. It's really cool. I wish I could go there more, but it's just too far for me. But I definitely would want to play like in the small room at some point. It's super cool. It's like 300 capacity, and it always has like a built-in audience. It's just a really great place.
That's cool. I like the smaller, like more intimate venues. Like, I mean, I also love like the larger venues because I kind of my second home where I reside in New Jersey is close to Philly, so I go to Philly all the time for shows. So I love doing that and going there, but at the same time, I like those sort of small DIY spots where like you're like right up there. So definitely sick. But next question, guys, the most important one of this interview: what are some of your musical influences?
Oh shit!
I can't answer that. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to end this right now. No, it's fine.
No, I'm gonna have to pull up my phone.
No. I'll just go. I'll start right here. Okay, so my favorite drummer is Marcus Gilmore, jazz drummer extraordinaire, changing the game. He's the grandson of the great Roy Haynes, who is about 93 years old.
Dropping some jazz
and
knowledge.
he literally invented the shit. Like he invented, like he is one of like the founding fathers of jazz drumming, and his grandson Marcus Gilmore is now also changing the game. Really great dude. Band wise, I'd have to say Palm is a huge one. As I was talking about before, Vijay Iyer is a really amazing composer, also in the jazz realm, but you know, plenty of mathy stuff for all you math rock fans out there. Really, I was literally just telling Marcos about Vijay. He's really incredible and does a lot of things that I feel like folks in math rock can't even really like conceive of, but are also like very beautiful things. And interestingly, actually, some things that I noticed in Palm's music. So, yeah,
It's all connected.
It's all connected. It's all conspiracy, Illuminati. Yeah. Any other bands that I like?
Dude,
are you looking at your thing? Okay,
I just wanted to check. Vara, dude. No, Vara. We gotta.
Oh,
yeah,
Vara.
Yeah, big shout out to Vara.
Do you know about Vara?
I have not heard of Vara.
Dude, you gotta check out Vara. It's like vaporwave math rock. It's fucking sick. It's vaporwave like jazz fusion. It's fucking.
A lot of homework to do, so I'm so.
Yeah,
I'm
Vara, Palm, and that jazz guy.
Like a VJ Iyer. like you've heard of Owain, right?
Owain, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Is it Owain?
So Vara is okay. Should I not say this on air? I like Vara. Vara's like a better version of Owain.
Oh fuck. That's fire. No, okay. Let's say this. Vara,
Maybe you should edit that out.
No, Vara is like Owain from the future.
Yeah, sure.
That's what we're gonna
see that.
Yeah.
Same timeline. He's just from the future.
Yeah, and he's super cool. I think Jacob's one of his only patrons on Patreon.
I am one of his only patrons on Patreon. I pay him $5 a month
to make him the. You gotta check out his videos. They're fucking sick. I showed them all to my classic CalArts. Like we can do a show and tell thing, and they're just insane. It's just these weird like animations, and it's It's really awesome.
For you, Marcos.
Yeah, like recently I've been getting really into like percussive guitar players. I don't know if you know like Andy McKee,
Yeah.
stuff like that, like Candy Rat Records. Because I was really fortunate. There's this guy named Tomas Lieb, and he is a part of that family of percussive guitar players, and he's been teaching minor lessons at CalArts where I go. So I've been lucky to just meet up with him every week and just like bounce ideas off of him, and he's been turning me on to tons of people. So just been listening to a lot of those. Definitely check out Preston Reed. That stuff is like.
Okay.
He's just Preston Reed is like seriously one of the most insane guitar players ever. And he has and Michael Hedges just like really good at like I guess kind of like this weird parallel universe of like I was coming up with some of this stuff to try to like fill the sonic space that one guitar could, but like Michael Hedges and Preston Reed pretty much already did that. I just didn't know about it, so it's cool like finding out about it. Obviously Sean, like Covet for sure. Like I think when I went to see Covet opening for Sean, that was like the moment when I realized like, hey, I could write pieces just for guitar. I don't need to. I don't even have to like think about other players or anything. I'll just make a piece for guitar, which is kind of like what I'm still doing. So, like obviously that stuff. Hip hop stuff's really cool. Kendrick.
Let me just throw a few more. Zach Hill
For sure.
Hella
for sure.
Terramellos
for sure. I studied with Nick Reinhardt actually.
Yeah.
I took lessons from Nick Reinhardt from Terramellos a long time ago. Yeah, he's so cool.
Let's go Giraffes, D'Angelo,
Nice.
Jay Dilla. Let's do some Jaco Pastorius probably.
We could
Duke Ellington.
literally go on forever.
Yeah, we can. I guess it's the last question, so we could
just go forever. Like this is gonna be like a 5-hour-long interview, so let's get it.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Just start reading about.
Just have like a note. Just get a notepad. Just start reading them off. Yeah.
Yeah,
like kind of like
Hamasi, and we can't like not mention.
Yeah, we'll do like bar mitzvah vibes and just like read off the Torah of like all of our musical influences, like this band, and we'll just keep. Is that how all your interviews go? It's just like these two short questions and then one really long question where everyone lists their entire like musical history.
Yeah, I just need you to go like back when you like first started playing an instrument all the way up to now, and whoever
you want
was in between that point, that's what I want.
Okay, let's reset. Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'm gonna go first.
Okay, Jacob's gonna go through his entire history. I'm gonna go through my entire history. And then we're gonna meet at the very end, and then we're gonna talk about that. And
okay. Age 10. Age 10. That was the first music I listened to. Age 10. I think I listened to the Hamster Dance thing before that. But age 10, Linkin Park. First one. Reanimation, dude. I probably listened to Hybrid Theory and Meteora first, but then Reanimation was a big one. I listened to it like a month ago. It still holds up. It's really good. 11. AFI, Sing the Sorrow. One of the first drum parts I learned. 12 and 13 started listening to like metal, so I'm pretty sure this is probably 14 or 15. No, I'm gonna wait till that. So 12, 13, I started listening to like The Doors, Pink Floyd, Steve Miller Band, all that good stuff, Led Zeppelin, whatever.
Classic.
14, 15, I'm in high school. I'm in like metal bands that are like kind of like Iron Maiden-ish vibe. I was really into them, Motley Crue, Aerosmith, all that terrible stuff. Rat, Striker, dude. Striker, crazy outfits. And then 15, 16, I saw Periphery for the first time. I was like, who is this? This is the best music ever. And they were kind of maybe just starting out, not really just starting out, but they had the vocalist Casey Sable, who's incredible. He's like this pop singer now, or I don't even know if he makes music at all anymore, but it was like the most angelic shit over the most genty guitar stuff ever. And it was really sad because I hadn't found out about Meshuggah until much, much later and like where all that was coming from. So I just like saw Periphery and I was like, oh, whoa, wow, they invented a genre, but they totally didn't. But it was great. So that stuff through high school, and then in college I started getting more into jazz, checking out folks like Chick Corea, Charlie Parker, Billie Holiday, Duke Ellington, John Coltrane, Miles Davis, blah, 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 and on and on. And then I guess we're up until now. I guess I didn't go age by age, but yeah, right now I'm pretty much checking out everything. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Square Pusher was a huge one for me in high school. I really checked out Square Pusher and Aphex Twin really hard. That's like a huge influence on my drumming, this whole drum and bass, electronic sort of vibe. You'll hear it when you hear the EP.
Sick.
Anyways, I'm done.
All right. Cool. Okay, so I started playing piano when I was 5, but I was just learning like classical stuff, and then I played violin, and then I think I wanted to play guitar because I got into like rock music, but also I thought it'd be like a cool thing to do. I don't know. I don't know why I really.
I feel that.
You know what I mean? Like I was just like, oh, it would be a cool thing to do, but I actually wanted to be a drummer really badly. But I kind of just crashed and burned on that. But I got really into guitar, mostly because like Avenged Sevenfold, like Sinister Gates.
Yeah, Sinister
Like I wanted to be
Gates.
Sinister Gates so badly. I almost bought his guitar too. Like I almost got his like. I learned all of his whammy tricks. I was like super into him, and that was like my thing. And then I kind of got out of it for a bit, but then I got back into it. And I think the first really like alternative thing that I started listening to, that's like that was really out there, was like John Zorn. I don't know if you know John Zorn.
John Zorn, yeah.
Yeah, he had Naked City. When I was 16, I like accidentally stumbled upon John Zorn. Like changed my life. I was like, whoa. I was so down with Naked City. That was like one of my favorite records.
Yeah,
it was like grindcore / jazz / like just all this shit. Like it was supposed to be like a band with no genres, and it was just really cool. And I actually played like a lot of indie music, like a lot of indie pop music, and I was really into that stuff. And I kind of still am, but like not as much anymore. But the thing that really tipped it over for me as far as getting into like math rock, like alternative stuff, was taking lessons from Nick from Terramelos. And I just found out about his band, and then I went to go like his page on Facebook, and it said he was teaching guitar lessons. So I hit him up, and I heard nothing for like 2 months. And then he's like, yeah, dude. Like I sent him an email like, hey, whenever you be available. And then like 2 months later, he just nonchalantly responds like, yeah, dude, how about next week? I was like, okay, like sure. And then so I drove like all the way to see him, and I did that a couple times. And he just showed me all this cool, like he showed me Stanley Jordan, it's just a really cool two-handed guy. He showed me like his more of his stuff, a lot of bands that are on his label, Sargent House. This Town Needs Guns, like Omar Rodriguez Lopez's solo projects, like the Mars Volta, which I'd never heard of. So it was just really trippy because like my whole world basically just got like flipped, and I learned a ton of their songs too, which was like he's just really innovative on guitar. You just wouldn't. He's like a guitarist that doesn't play guitar. It's really cool.
I definitely get that because when I first saw them on that this Sean tour, and
Yeah.
I was like, hadn't heard of the band before. I liked all the other bands, Covet, Lil Tybee's amazing, and then Sean, of course. And I was like, I don't know what to expect from them, but like people are saying they're great, like stuff like that. So I went into it thinking like this is gonna be sick. And the one thing that I took away from it was that like he's so interesting in how he does like guitar parts and like how he arranges stuff like throughout just throughout their set. I was like kind of amazed at how well they did stuff because I had seen Sean before, I had seen Covet before, and I don't think I had seen Little Tybee before, but it was just wild. So definitely Lil Terramelos is just insane.
I went to that same tour, and I just was actually really stoked for Terramelos because they were my favorite band at the time. Like I was like most excited to see them. The other three bands, I had scars. Like even Sean, I had barely listened to Sean. I'd heard like a couple of their songs, so I was like most interested in Terramelos. And it was just kind of funny because it's a bunch of Sean homies. Like they're mostly into good vibes and good hangs and stuff. And then Terramelos comes out and they open with Slimed, a track that's in 13/8. Boom, 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 and all the Sean homies are like, ah, like just kind of like terrified. But it was really another thing. I took lessons with Josh Martin too from
Josh Martin.
So I got a lot of that wisdom, like that whole tour basically. I want to get like lessons from everyone on that tour. But yeah, that was. Yeah, I mean, I kind of have like this weird period from like 18 to 19 years old where I wasn't really making music because I was studying like political science in San Francisco. It was really bizarre. I basically just practiced. I didn't play with anyone. It was just a really weird time in my life. And then I just decided I want to do music, so I went to Cal Arts, and that's pretty much when things ramped up as far as like getting more into the alternative side of things. But yeah, like what really tipped it for me again is just like going to that one show with Sean, Covet, Lil Tybee, and Terramelos. Like, I got really obviously they're all just huge inspirations, and so it's cool to like take elements of that, like all four of those bands, and then on top of that add like popular music, add even more crazy music, like literally take everything from every spectrum and try to put it into one thing. So yeah, you could take it away and say like what we're trying to do, I guess, is like Sean or whatever, but I like to think that it's a little bit of everything. So it's cool to like see Jacob do like break beats because it's like it's just like so cool, and then we're just trying to do like random stuff. So yeah, it is very experimental, but it's also very true to like a lot of melody and stuff like that.
I would care to agree with that. Like from some of the other songs that I saw on your Facebook page, and like just searching around, like I felt like it's just a little bit more, like it's like more in depth Chon, if that makes sense. Like it's just like more thought out. It's just like more like it's just interesting. Like I love Chon. No Johns against Chon whatsoever. But I just think it's like more. Like it's more intellectual. There's just more thought that goes into it, and there's just more like skill. If that, I mean, I don't want to say that they're not skilled whatsoever, but like I just feel like there's just more thought process that goes along with it. So
yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna have a lot of Chon haters on my ass now. So I
dude, Chon is. We literally have a member of Chon like 10 feet, like whatever, 30 feet away from us. Just like practice. Yeah. He's practicing for the tour right now.
Yeah,
just hanging out.
And I can tell you, having learned the exact Sleepy T drum part, I can tell you there is no shortage of skill in Chon.
Yeah,
those fools are amazing.
They're not joking around.
Yeah,
those guys are really, really serious. Yeah. But we're just really stoked because we're coming out with an EP, next month, and so we're finishing it actually now, and we're gonna have it out as soon as like it's done. But it'd be cool to like have people just like listen to it and see what they think too, because it's like we have one single out, and then we did that cover, and it's going to be really good to get our original material out there. So we're just really excited to share it.
And we just ordered 1,000. We're about to order 1,000 stickers because apparently buying 1,000 stickers is only $10 more than getting 500 stickers. So
it was like $5 more. So they just give stickers.
Yeah. So if you're a person listening to this and you're in California, you're about to see like 4 standard stickers on your bathroom door.
Also,
in your house.
Also, we're gonna leak an announcement. We're doing this insane summer tour in June, and we're really stoked about that one. We're gonna be playing with a bunch of bands from all over California.
Sick.
It's gonna be really fun. Yeah, I mean, next time we definitely want to come out to the East Coast. It's definitely like the idea. Yeah, dude, that would be like the vibe. But like,
yeah, we're gonna play with Aviations. We were just actually talking to them, talking to James, their drummer, and he was like, "Yeah, man. I want to split a show in California, but we'll be gone at that time."
Yeah.
But next year we're gonna
do some stuff with Aviations.
Deepang,
yeah.
Probably Sauce too.
Sauce, man. He's Adam's my homie, so I love Adam. So shouts to Adam.
I feel bad because I always mess with Adam. Like like he posted a video of Sauce, and I'm like, "Yo, dude, is this Sauce?" And then he'll share.
The group's the best, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna lie. And then he freaked out because I went to his show. He played in Asbury, and he was just like, "I finally met him, the audio addiction god." And I'm like, "I'm not a god, dude. Like, I just do this shit for fun." But he was just like, "Dude, it's so sick you came out." He's a homie. I love that guy. So, trying. Fingers crossed if Covet does a headliner at some point, I'm trying to help you guys and Sauce get on a tour maybe. Who knows?
Oh, that would be the dream. We've hung out with he's hung out with Yvette. He watched Westworld with Yvette at one point or something.
Yeah, that's my claim to
That's his claim to fame. That's his biggest musical accomplishment. My biggest musical accomplishment is I hung out with Forrest Rice outside of a show that they did with Pliny and Marco Miniman and stuff, and he was pretty cool.
I'm excited to see Pliny. I'm seeing him on Friday, so I'm really excited on that.
Oh, sick. Dude, Pliny is crazy. That was a really crazy show. I don't know if you heard about that, but it was after NAMM. It was Mohini Day on bass, Pliny and Marco Miniman, and then Pliny's friend, I don't remember his name, I feel bad, but it was like 2 Strandberg boys, Mohini Day and Marco Miniman, and it was crazy because it was obvious Pliny had the least chops in the room, and that's saying something. That's saying like, if Pliny usually has the most chops in the room. So it was really crazy watching Marco and Mohini like deck it out, like doing Kona call, like Indian drumming, and just like doing. It was really intense.
I need to go. I've been meaning to go to NAMM, so maybe next year I'll head out to NAMM.
See you there.
Yeah. We're gonna try to both be there next year. It'd be cool to do some like artist outreach stuff. I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah, and everyone's there. Actually, I saw Mario from a distance at the Ibanez booth, but I wasn't gonna be like, "Hey Mario, what's going on, man? Dude, I love your music, dude. Oh, dude, sweet haircut." Like,
I have a funny story about them, and I know we just keep like trailing off, but it's totally cool because I love it. Funny story. They did the album release show in Philly, for Homie, and since Covet was on there, we they were hanging out in Philly. I was hanging out with them all day, and then so we got there, and there it was like the end of the show, and like everybody's getting kicked out, and I was like, "Hey, Yvette, like, come scoop me up because I'm not trying to get kicked out." So she was like, "Okay." So she came back, and then she's like, "Oh, you want to go back to the bus? Like, we're all gonna be hanging out, like that whole tour is." And I was like, who would say no? So we went back there, and then we're hanging out, and then Mario comes out, and he's like, "Hey man, what's going on?" And I'm like, "What's your name?" And blah blah blah. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I just did like a review of your newest album, Homie." And then he's just like, "Are you Brandon?" And I'm like, "From Audio Addiction?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." And he's like, "My dad just sent me a link to your review, like just like 10 minutes ago, like no lie." And I was like, "Dude, that's insane." And like his dad like commented on it and stuff, so it's still there. I think it's still up, so you can go find it. But
That
so
is
that was
hilarious.
wild. And then he was just like, "Oh well, we're just gonna be hanging out. You wanna like come in the bus?" And I was like sure, why not? So like we went to go hang out with Sean in their bus, and they were playing like Smash Brothers. So we were just crushing it. Like they were crushing me. Like I think I'm like halfway decent at Smash. I was just like, yo, I gotta go back to the drawing board
You're
and
getting,
get good. But
yeah, get, dude.
that was my one claim to fame about Sean. So now it's all over the internet. But anyway, next question, guys. A fun one. If you guys could pick a song to cover, what would it be? I know you did one already, but a new one.
We just picked a new song to cover.
Oh,
Like just before this interview, we'll have a ton of stuff to get through today. So we were like, let's just because we want to do another cover. Should we say it? I don't know.
Well, we could just say who it's by.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna do a Tigran Hamasyan song. I don't know if you know who that is.
yes, yeah.
Tigran. Yeah,
Yeah.
Tigran's the boy.
Yeah, so we'll see you in like 4 months, basically.
Yeah, it takes a while.
I'm just gonna-
For the Chon video, it took me literally a month to be able to play that because it was an arrangement of two guitar parts at
Yeah.
once, and it was literally just like I took me like a week per section, and there's like 4 or 5 sections, so it took a while to just like it's every day, just like all right, here we go again, like. So with Tigran, it's gonna be probably double that. So
Oof.
yeah,
Good luck.
yeah, that's gonna be great.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Awesome, guys. Next question, another fun one. Gotta ask this one. Favorite food to eat?
Oh,
Salad.
ramen? I'm gonna go with ramen.
Salty, so salty.
Yeah, it's good. I could eat ramen a couple days in a row. I'll probably get sick of it, but it's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna say salad with as many different vegetables as possible. I'm such a veggie boy. Yeah, like one of my favorite lunch to make is just like you know how they sell those like $5 like things of like baby kale and stuff or
Yeah.
whatever. I'll just take like almost an entire one of those, dump it into a bowl, throw some goddess dressing on it. Maybe do nothing else actually. Just literally like it's like leaves with
That's already perfection right there.
yeah, it's like leaves with sauce, and it's so good. It's like my favorite.
It's very good. We had it after the Chon shoot. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah, we were having that.
We were munching on that
Yeah.
with some lentils. Oh,
Mhm.
delicious. He eats so much better. He eats so much better than I do.
Yeah. Hopefully we can eat well on tour. We'll see what.
Nah,
we
dude, Del Taco every day.
Mm.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, oh man, I don't think I can play tonight or something. Oh man.
like farting while we're trying to like shred.
Some days it's literally like if you eat like I drank too much like naked juice before one of our shows, and I was on stage just like, ugh.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
You know what they say? Too much of a good thing, right? I
that's
guess.
totally true. I
That's true.
definitely have to learn that the hard way.
Yeah, but we're still gonna have boba every day on tour for sure.
For sure.
Listen, if you do the Del Taco thing all tour, I need to have a status update every day about how you're doing.
Yeah, we'll do that like you know that movie where that guy eats McDonald's
Oh,
every day.
Supersize Me will do that
Yeah,
myself. Yeah. I have beans coming out of my ears.
All right, guys. Next question. I know you guys play a ton of instruments, but if there was one that you could just like shred at that you don't know, what would it be?
Ooh, piano. I already play a little bit of piano, but I'm not that good at it. And it is such a beautiful instrument, and like it literally makes you be able to play pretty much any other instrument. I mean, that's not really true, but like it just gives you like the harmonic and melodic chops and rhythmic chops really needed to just like understand music at a really deep level.
I think it's a tie between drums and vocals. I guess vocals are like singing is an instrument. I'm like okay at singing, but I just don't have like a really good like tone. I probably would have to like get a vocal coach, but like I would just take the out that you're giving me just to instantly be good at it. I would just do that. But drums too. Like I always really wanted to be a drummer. I seriously still want to like. I bought a drum kit and everything, and it's just sitting in my house and I haven't played it. But I like would definitely want to like at one day be like a really sick drummer.
I feel like that's like a common thing with guitar players. Like I play guitar myself, and I'd love to like just shred on the drums, and I just don't have the hand-feet coordination to just do that shit.
Dude, it's a lot, and it's just like a lot of like thinking about rhythm, and sometimes I don't think about rhythm, so it's like a lot of that. But I kind of like compromised in that I do a lot more rhythmic stuff on guitar now, but it's still not the drums. So
Awesome, guys. Next question, my personal favorite, and we kind of hinted at it earlier. If you could be a video game character, who would you be?
oof, that's tough because I play a lot of video games. Let me think of the video games I've played.
I would be Ditto. I would be the Pokemon Ditto.
Well, that's pretty good.
Ditto is dope. I would get to like actually be any Pokemon. Pokemon is actually my favorite. It's actually my favorite video game.
As
It's
is
pretty much-
mine. So
Oh, dope. Okay, yeah, it's actually the only video game I play, which is kind of funny. I mean, I used to play a little bit more things, but really now it's like only I don't even really play anymore. But yeah,
I
Ditto.
feel that.
That's me.
I guess if we were talking about classic games, I probably want to be Crash Bandicoot because it just has a lot of fun.
Ooh, yeah.
And I think that was like the one game I played growing up. I was like, it was just so much fun. I think there's an evil guy in that game. I forgot what his name is. You have to collect like gems. I don't remember. I was like,
I think about it. I don't
but
remember
you know
anything.
what I'm talking about, right? He's like an evil dude. Whatever.
Is it like- I feel like it's. I know you're not talking about like that professor-looking guy.
It is that guy, right?
Yeah, I think his name's like I don't know. I don't want to butcher it because I know I'll get flack for it. So I'm gonna find it and then just put the name across the screen.
You gotta be fearless. You gotta not let the internet, tear you down. Crash Bandicoot was cool. Also, like, there's so many Mario characters that I like definitely relate to. But as far as like video games that I actually played in my life, I think Crash Bandicoot's the only one that I have like actual authority on.
Is it this guy?
Yeah, it's that guy.
Oh, dude, it's that guy.
Dr. Neo Cortex.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say like Nitro or some shit because
This guy looks terrible.
He is
This guy
terrible.
looks so bad.
No, it looks great. Don't worry about it.
Terribly great. There you go. Awesome, guys. Next question. In your opinion, who puts on a great live show?
Oh, Hella for sure. I mean, or maybe I could just
Have
say
you seen Hell?
I haven't seen Hella live, but I've seen videos of them, and I've seen videos of Zach Hill, and I wish I'd been to a Death Grips concert, but I haven't. And like just watching him play is like the most powerful thing I've ever seen.
On that, I'd say like first one of the best shows I've ever been to was actually Death Grips. And it wasn't necessarily like they were obviously awesome performers, but the thing I loved about it the most, like to me that was the most powerful, was that they said absolutely nothing to the audience. They didn't say one thing. They just went on there and they just did their thing, and they went from song to song, like segued. Like as soon as one song would end, the next one would begin. And they did that. They did that, and then as soon as the last song was done, they just threw their shit down and walked off stage. Just said absolutely nothing. And I loved that because it was very just like let the art speak for itself, but it was also very terrifying. Just watch. MC Ride is a terrifying man when he does his does his Death Grips thing, because he had like these gloves on, and he's like shirtless and he's like, yeah! he's like screaming and twisting the microphone like this. He's like, and Zach Hill's like in the back, like just playing these rudiments really fast. Just
Blood flying everywhere.
It was terrifying, but it was so vivid, and it was just like, wow, these guys are like really into it. Also, like when we saw Palm, I was like in a trance. Like I didn't want it to end. It was just so like tight, and it was just like very like fluid. I don't know. It was like future music. I don't know. It was just
future music. It's not. It's not that it isn't. It's just future music. That's what we're gonna call it.
They just had everything. Like they just had everything, and it was just like one of the best shows in recent memory. As far as I don't know. I'd have to think. That's a hard question, but those are the ones that come to mind like right now.
Yeah.
Death Grips I hadn't seen either, but that story that you just said, that sounds pretty wild. And also I feel like not a lot of bands just like go up, just play, don't say anything, just let it speak for themselves, and then walk off the stage. Like
That's what I loved. It was just very like true to that philosophy of like we are not trying to entertain you. We are presenting our art form as it is. It's like very, very. You could call it selfish, but I call it very noble, like true to the art form. The thing that was funny too is that like looking at the crowd, it was very obvious that they were Death Grips fans. You know, there's like a type. It's like people that are like really. It's like people that work at Vice or something. So they were like very terrified. But there was some cool mosh pits going on. But yeah, it was great. It was great.
that. I mean, if you guys don't do that when you come to the East Coast, I'll be kind of upset. If you guys just don't go just play your music and then just walk off the stage. You know, that's what I'm expecting now.
Yeah, we're gonna wear like our brightly colored clothing and like our cute, like I'll wear this like cute hat with like the donuts on it, and then we'll just be like, yeah, and then I'll like rip my shirt off, and then we'll like,
fuck you.
Yeah.
Just don't even say anything. Just rip your shirt off and then like throw your hat and then just like start playing and then we're good.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
edit it out.
There actually is one part that I do tell people to open up the pit for. We do have like a breakdown.
It's
Oh,
like a
shit.
polyrhythmic breakdown.
Yeah, it's
no one's pitted yet, but we're hoping for it this summer. Like when we go on tour, we're hoping for a pit. We're wishing for a
There you
pit.
go. If you're watching this, now you need to get that pit going. Please do
If you're
so.
watching this, open up the pit.
Open up the pit
Open
right now.
up the pit, guys. Anyway, next question, another fun one. If you guys could compile a dream tour, who'd be on it?
Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Do you want to go first? Because I'm gonna think on this one.
Ooh, yeah. I need to think too. Dream tour, man.
Fuck, dude. Wait. Is it dead or alive?
I've been
Active-
doing both. So
And active or non-active bands? It's literally whatever we.
what would be easier for you?
I think for me, active bands that are all living, because then I would be like, yeah, dude, Jimi Hendrix with like the Beatles, dude, the Beatles, obviously.
Beatles, man. Why don't we do active bands? Because that's a little bit more
Active
within the
bands
realm.
that are existing at this moment.
Correct.
Okay.
Chon and Palm. Chon Palm Standards 2019.
Oh, that's a good one. I would go to that show. I would go to that show because I'm
Oh
Sean
boy.
Palm. Sean Palm. How many bands do I get? Like 4? Let's say 4.
I feel like 4 is appropriate. If you want to go just buck wild, we'll give you 5 bands.
5 bands? Okay. I'd have Preston Reed open, like doing his guitar thing. Like
Wow,
he
he's gonna
did.
open.
Dude, no, he gets to open because he's the quietest. Okay. Yeah, and then I'm not gonna repeat Palm. No, I'm gonna put Palm on. Palm would be second, and then also Chon, and then probably like Animals as Leaders, and then headlining would be Kendrick Lamar, and that would be
Whoa.
that would be the.
That's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
You never
that's-
know. Crazier things have happened in
Hey,
life.
Hey, Kung Fu Kenny, I know you just won that Pulitzer Prize, but would you come and play with these bands?
There you go.
Yeah.
We'll just add Kendrick Lamar and he'll know.
Yeah, or we'll have him via FaceTime or something.
There we go. Beautiful.
FaceTime tour. Yeah. Also, Chon Homie's tour, Cat Bamboo, Sauce, Standards.
Yeah, that's the fucking
That's definitely gonna happen.
phase
also.
2 of yeah. I don't know if you're like the
Yeah.
Chon Homie bands. Those are like, it's like it.
I feel like that one, not the Kendrick one, unfortunately, will probably be the one that will legitimately or could possibly happen.
Oh, it definitely
Yeah.
will happen.
Yeah, we're
gonna
going
make
from
it
dream
happen.
to reality.
Yeah, the thing is weird is that Sauce is on the East Coast,
Yes.
Captain Boo is in Texas, and we're in California. So we it's like triangle throughout the country.
That's why it's
It's the Triforce tour. There we go.
Yeah, Triforce tour. So maybe we could all start in the middle, like in Kansas or something, and then just like just kind of go in a circle. I don't know. I don't know how that tour would work. We all have to meet in one location, which would be inconvenient for the other two. But
That'd be sick. I would be totally down for that.
we've already
Adam for that now.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to let Adam know that we had come up with something like that. But next question, guys. Favorite TV show, favorite movie.
Oh, goddamn.
favorite TV show is Twin Peaks.
Oh,
So masterpiece.
hipster boy.
Music wise, yeah, I'm a little hipster child. Twin, it's good. The music is amazing. The new season was also really, really good. I don't really watch that much TV besides that, but that is probably my favorite. And favorite movie? Oh man, I don't want to be too much of a still hipster boy, but
Dingo.
probably Holy Mountain. That's a really great.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a great.
that
it's a
was
great
my
one.
favorite movie for 2 seconds too. That's a great movie.
Yeah, it was my favorite movie until I started being self-conscious about it. But hey, you know, like, still, I think I haven't seen it in a lot of years. But
The message
whatever.
behind that movie is amazing. That's an amazing message behind a movie. It's just like, do you know about that?
It's very symbolic, you know.
Yeah, it's the message behind that movie is just like, don't let people who are out to steal your like happiness in your life get away with it, kind of thing. It's pretty cool. Yeah,
Words to live by.
yeah, definitely. I think the only TV show that I really resonated with ever was X-Files. I just thought it was so much, and I watched it until the very end because it gets really shitty. Like spoiler, like it just the quality drops so hard. But I watched it anyways because I loved it, and I just love they got everything right, you know, and it was really into my whole like, you know, fascination with what could be. I don't know. It was really that was a cool time in my life. And then favorite movie is also on the same like hipster level, but like Synecdoche, New York.
Yeah.
Yeah, Synecdoche, New York. It's a Charlie Kaufman movie starring Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
That movie is literally just insane. Like if you could spend like a year just dissecting that entire movie and just how much it's so much depth in it. Yeah, and it's still I still watch it every couple months, but it's very heavy. When you watch it, you're just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, guys, next question. If there was one album that you could listen to for a month straight, what album would it be?
Oh, that's funny. I've been listening to an album for a month straight, and I will tell you what it is. It is an EP by this bass player named Kim Cass.
Okay.
He's this dude who lives
Oh
in
my
New York and
gosh.
plays with what?
No, it's just so that guy is insane.
Yeah, he's
that guy
insane.
is literally just like the epitome of musicality.
Yeah, I realized I was like, wait, oh, this is ideal content for John Homie. So I just I posted a link on there. I don't know if anyone's seen it, but
Probably not.
literally he's one of the most amazing musicians in the world. Like he was in New York. I met him in the Bay Area. He plays bass, and this album is him playing bass and Casio keyboard, as well as some drums that are on the Casio, and he plays all these extremely crazy time things, like all of these modulations, things that sound like they're speeding up and slowing down, things that are like crazy tuplets over other tuplets. It's just
You need to look at the score for this stuff. It is literally like, because we're music students, and I was scared looking at this. I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's wild. But yeah, it's been on repeat in my car just because. So I've been talking to him, and he's been sending me some of the scores, and I've been like sequencing his music out in Ableton and practicing to it, learning his music.
It's like my nightmare.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's been on repeat. It's going to continue because the other thing is that it's not just like crazy wild music that's like really insane and hard hitting. It's like really beautiful. Like the sounds that he gets with those drums and his bass. He's using upright bass for the whole thing.
Oh,
It's just like really, it's such a vibe. It's really nice.
Awesome. Marcos?
It's such a vibe.
It's such a vibe,
Yeah.
bro.
That's cool. Probably just "Damn" by Kendrick Lamar. It's a good one.
There we
I'm gonna-
go.
That one, yeah.
A timely album, as it just won the Pulitzer Prize. Pretty amazing.
Or "Blonde" by Frank Ocean. That's pretty good.
That one
I'm-
is also great.
See, I'm thinking less with my heart and more like they just have a lot of tracks and they're all very different. So I definitely have like a track for every mood for a month. Like I have to ration out those tracks, you know.
That's true.
I'm
You're right.
I'm thinking that way. If I want my favorite album, it wouldn't be my favorite album after that month. So I'm thinking, you know.
I like that. I like the thought. Anyway, guys, lastly, tell them about your band standards, where they find you at, and anything coming up in the next couple months.
You can actually find us. We did this on purpose. If you just type in any social media / We Are Standards, we're there. So wearestandards.bandcamp.com. We are like facebook.com / We Are Standards. We're on Twitter now. We Are Standards. Instagram. We Are Standards. So just find us everywhere. We Are Standards. We have so much cool shit coming out. Like in the next 2 weeks, we are like beyond excited. I'm gonna be releasing a video of me playing through one of the songs.
Sick.
It was like really well edited. We did it in collaboration with Blue Cat Audio. They're a amp modeling company from France. They do a lot of other cool software stuff. So lucky to work with them on that. Yeah. And then we've got our album coming out, like our EP. We worked really hard on it and recorded it here, and it's just sounding really cool. We're just really stoked to put it out. And lastly, we're going on this insane like 2-week tour around California. We're going to be going to Vegas, up to Reno, down the Bay, and we're just playing with tons of friends from the entire math rock scene, and we're just really cool to just be able to unite everyone together for one thing. So
Awesome. Well, go check out Standards. Like I said, I had saw their video about that Me theme shop video, and it was insane. So if you haven't checked that video out, go do so, and you can just have like a reaction of you watching the video and just like crying because you'll never be as talented as they are. So that's how I felt. So I'm just speaking for myself. So, but anyway, go check out their shit. It's ridiculous. All of the links will be in the description. Go, if you live on the West Coast and they come to your area, please go out and see them. They're really talented, really sick band, and I'm so glad that they came on and chatted with me. If you enjoyed this interview, please subscribe. Please hit that thumbs up. Go subscribe to their YouTube channel as well, and share it around if you think this is cool as well too. So thanks to Standards for coming on. I really appreciate it, guys.
Thank you, man.
Woo! Thank you for having us.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, if you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.